Hey, what's up, guys? This is your boy Travis back again here at Big Boy Toy Reviews. And today we are going to be taking a look at something a little bit different, or at least from a company that I haven't had a review for as of yet. Now, I do have the first figure from this company, but because of shipping issues from the store that I bought it from in Japan, I have not received it yet. So this, I think, is the second figure from this company. And so I'm going to go ahead and review this one first. Now, apparently, so this is from a company called KeepGoing Studio. And this is this is based off a actual person named Oda Nobunaga. Now, apparently, this person was a real person between 1534 and 1582. He was a Japanese daimyo and one of the leading figures of the Sengoku and the Zuchi Mamayama periods. He was a person regarded as the first unifier of Japan. He is sometimes referred to as the Demon Daimyo and Demon King of the Sixth Heaven. So that is one hell of a name. So this is based off of a real person. And if my brief synopsis of the history of this character is wrong and any Japanese people want to come for me, go to Wikipedia and come for them, because that's where I got it from. But anyway, obviously this KeepGoing Studios, this is their rendition of this particular character, obviously in female form. And so they decided to make this. Now I do think so. Like I said, I did get the first figure from KeepGoing Studios, and I am still waiting for that. And I think they are basically based off the same body mold for the most part. I think they definitely reuse a few parts. I'll put it up on the side here so you can get an idea of what I'm talking about. But I do think there's quite a bit of reuse within these two figures, and obviously I will do a comparison of them when I get the other figure in, but unfortunately I don't have that one right now. But before we go into any more detail about stuff, let's go ahead and take a look at the box. I don't know why I just picked her up and zoomed in like I was going to do the figure first. Here's the front of the box. It has the picture of the figure obviously on the front. That looks really good. Does have an open window. You can see the figure through it, but the accessories are covered up by the actual picture itself. Then we have the back of the box. You can see some of the accessories that the figure comes with. The flag. You can see the faces some of the faces that the figure comes with anyway. Side of the box says 112 action figure Oda Nobunaga. The top of the box, you know, if you're an inbox collector, you can shine a light through there. The bottom of the box with another picture of the character on there saying the same stuff as the side. So that's pretty much it for the box. I think that is the signature of the KeepGoing Studio or whatnot. But anyway, taking a look at the figure itself. Taking a look at this face. Now that is quite the stern expression she has on her face. She does look good for the most part. There are some issues that I have with the actual hair and the hair sculpt, but we'll get to that later. Let's talk about this outfit that she has on. There's something going on here that I'm not saying that I don't like it. There's just something with the paint job that makes it look like it was hand painted, but I know this couldn't have been hand painted, right? And I'm not saying that it's making it look bad. I do really like some of the stuff that they did as far as like dry brushing and stuff on the figure, but there's something weird about it that I don't know. It's hard for me to explain. Like when I take a look at this little like bell or whatever this is on her collar, it's kind of soft and kind of cheap looking. I don't really like the way that they sculpted that. But then the rest of the armor looks really good. The shoulder armor looks really good, like a kind of like a samurai look. And it does have like this dry brush to make the armor look like it's really been used, like a silver dry brush to make the armor look like it's really been used up. And that looks really, really dope. I love the way that looks. I do wish like the pieces of the armor, the shoulder armor, were separate pieces so they could kind of move around. But then you got this like floaty belt piece that looks really cheap. And when you have all this nice, like almost looks like hand painting on the rest of the figure, and then you got like this belt piece that may have been painted itself, but it just looks like a cheap piece that wasn't painted, and it looks like it was just, I don't know, just made out of a different material or something. But it doesn't look as good as the rest of the paint job on the figure. I mean, you can even see like the dry brushing on the hands, that silver dry brushing on the back, on these little armor pieces on the side, even like the gauntlet on her arm. And then you got this weird floaty belt piece that doesn't look like it really belongs. Now these pieces on the side, they do move, and we're gonna get to that. We're gonna get to that in the articulation, because I do have some issues with these with the way this whole thing just connects in general. But they do look really good. You can see the dry brushing. Again, I wish these were also like little segmented pieces on there. Back of it looks good. You can see the dry brushing throughout. The little things that she has on her legs look good. The stocking, the dry brushing on the knee armor. You got the really good, like even like scuffs and dings on the shin armor. She also has some issues with the paint here on the knees, but it's not that bad, with like this gold paint kind of bleeding into like this kind of maroonish paint. And then taking a look at the boots, it also has that really, really nice silver dry brushing on it. I really, really like the way that they did this. It's just all over it. And then back to the head. I do really like the head. She does have the eye moving gimmick that a lot of these Chinese figures have. I do love that about it. But there's something about the hair to me that's like super soft. Like the sculpt is just way too soft to me. Even the paint might seem a little muddy in spots, and that's also kind of throwing the figure off as well. And I know nothing is perfect, and I'm not saying that I don't like it, but I just wish they had put a little more detail into the hair sculpting, because I think it would have really let this figure pop if they did have more detail into it. But other than that, I do think it looks really good. It looks really, really good. But anyway, let's go ahead and get to the accessories. Alrighty, and here we are with all of her accessories except for the base and the stand. We'll get to that in a minute, but right now we're just going to take a look at the accessories that she comes with that you're probably going to use the most. Now we do have the hand rack. I do love the fact that it comes with the hand rack. She has these like claw type hands. She has like a peace sign hands, some trigger finger hands, some weapon holding hands. They also have that dry brushing on it, so that looks really cool. We got a separate head that can fit the helmet, so that's very nice. I do have an issue with this helmet though. It has the same really nice paint and silver dry brushing on it, but then you get this super cheap like gold piece on the front that looks like it was a model kit, like it was from a model kit that wasn't painted, and they just glued it on there. Because even on the side, the gold pieces on the side, you can kind of see some silver dry brushing on it, but this huge piece on the front looks cheap. and it doesn't look like they put any paint or any scuffs or anything on it. Then she has this fan that's very nicely painted as well. I love the black and gold theme they got black and gold theme they have going on here. I don't know what this knife or sword is called, but it is really cool. She does come with a katana that goes in and out of the sheath. I love it when you can have a katana go in and out of the sheath. I love that gimmick. Then she comes with this old school, really cool, like old Japanese rifle. So this piece here goes with this banner, and basically all you do is you take the banner out and you slide this piece through the top, and this banner will connect to the stand later, which I will show you. As far as the faces are concerned, she comes with this tongue sticking out face that looks really cool. And then showing you the eye gimmick, she does come with 2 tools to move the eyes. I don't know why you would need 2, I guess just in case you lose one. But I haven't tried this yet, so let's give it a shot. And yeah, these move really, really smoothly. Like a lot of times you have to get them unstuck because maybe they might be stuck by paint or something. But these move very, very smoothly. And a lot of times you have a hard time getting like the range of the eye because the tool that you use to move it might not have enough room to move it, or it's kind of difficult to move it. But this one is super duper smooth. As you can see, I can get this eye to move anywhere, up, down, left, right. I can probably even get it to go straight like white eyes. I actually might do that. That would probably be cool. But then that's it for that face. She does come with this other kind of stoic, just looking face. She's not really making an expression. Then she comes with this like sinister smiling face with her little like shark, little tiny shark tooth coming out. And obviously they all have the eye moving gimmick. And then she comes with a crying face. For whatever reason, I guess. It's weird that she comes with all these angry faces, but she has this one crying face. And then she comes with this weapon rack, which doesn't hold the weapons all that well. I was messing around with it for a while before I started the video, and I can't really get these to set on the rack all that great. They don't really fit in there. Like the katana with the sheath is probably the thing that fits the best in this. Like this, you can get it to work. I got it to work for a hot second, but it's not really a seamless or a flawless kind of motion of putting these things on there. So it's a little bit on the annoying side. But anyway, that's it for the accessories. And here here is her base. So the base is kind of a cheap kind of plastic hollow base. It does as you can see, it gathers fingerprints like a motherfucker, but it comes with these little like steps that you can take off, and maybe it like connects to another base. But this is the pole that you use for the flag, and it is die cast. So what you do is you stick that in the hole, and then you just slide the banner onto the actual pole itself. So it'll slide through these little, like, I don't know what you want to call these pieces like that are sticking out. And then you take this piece and that slides through the top, and that piece then connects to the actual stand itself. Now you can open this stand. This does have storage capabilities, and actually the hands, when you pull it out of the box, the hands are actually stored inside of the actual base. So you can probably put the faces in there, you can put the hands back in there, you can probably put some weapons in there, but the head, like the second head piece and that helmet, won't fit in there because the stand isn't thick enough to have those pieces in there. So you'll have to set those off to the side or put them back in the box. But then you just snap these pieces back in here, and then these pieces will actually keep the stand held together. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the stand. It's pretty cool. Alrighty, so for articulation, the head can go up that far, go down this far, and it does have a joint inside of the neck that's allowing like the head to move very, very nicely, and side to side moves nicely as well. But I will say this probably moves better up than almost any of the other figures that I have from these different Chinese factories, because usually like the hair or something is blocking it from looking up, but this one looks up really well. As far as the shoulders are concerned, this shoulder piece does move out the way, so it is attached to the arm. You can get right at parallel with the shoulder, and the shoulder will move where the bicep swivel is, so that's pretty cool. I've never seen that before, but you got your bicep swivel in the arm and in the shoulder. As far as the forearm piece, that piece does not swivel. You do get over 90 degrees for the elbow, and then you do get a ball hinge for the wrist. As far as the diaphragm, you can go back that far, you can go forward that far, then you can turn. You're gonna get all of your spinning out of that and your side to side out of the diaphragm joint too. So it's a pretty solid diaphragm joint, considering she has like big old boobs. She has no waist articulation whatsoever. Like the waist articulation is just doesn't exist. That's very, very unfortunate. But those pieces do move out the way. So the side pieces and the front and side skirts move out the way, so you can get the splits. Now, per the directions, she was supposed to get a lot better splits than this, but this is the best that I can do without breaking the actual joint. But it's good enough. I feel like it's good enough for what you got, but they definitely say you can do better. As far as kicking forward, she can kick forward about that much. Obviously, again, that skirt piece is going to move out the way, so she can get parallel or 90 degrees there. She has her thigh swivel that's hidden by that stocking or armor. She does get over 90 degrees with the knee, and it's very fluid. The joints and stuff are fluid. Now this piece, the chin piece, will get stuck. You do need to slide that up under the knee armor in order to get that to work, or else you're gonna have trouble with it. As far as the ankles, up that far, down that far. There's a bit of a toe hinge, but the soft ankle armor will allow a really, really nice ankle pivot. I love that. And then you do get a bit of a flaccid toe hinge. It's not that great. So that's it for the articulation. Again, with this waist piece, the way that they have this engineered, they have the actual skirt pieces connected to the actual like torso. So it's connected to the lower torso, or like the stomach, or like the hips. But the hips are part, like, it's like the hips are part of the torso. And because it's connected, as you can see, like, because it's connected in there, it doesn't allow them to make it a floaty piece like you see from a lot of other companies. What they should have did was attached it to the actual floating belt itself, and then they would have been able to make like a kind of a diaper piece for the figure to have a waist joint. But because they went with this weird decision to put the freaking armor bits or the skirt pieces on the hips or the actual torso itself, she can't get any arm or waist articulation. So she's just kind of stuck there, and it kind of sucks. But anyway, let's go ahead and go on to some comparisons. Alrighty, and here we are with some comparisons. We have the Roman key gun girl Jessica, but this is Rebecca, let's be serious, from Cyberpunk. And then we have the Figma Motoko Kusanagi from Ghost in the Shell. They're all technically 1/12 figures, but we all know Figma runs really small. So it is what it is. They've never changed it. That's just what it is. But I think Rebecca looks good with her. And then here she is with the Romance Dawn SH Figure Arts Nami. And then we have her with the snail shell. Oh, I cannot remember what this character's name is. It doesn't say it anywhere on her guns, because I don't think I ever put the stickers on there. But she does fit well. If you got like a little waifu shelf, she will fit well on the waifu shelf too, because she does have some titties on her. And here she is next to the Buzz Mod Love Hashira Mitsuri. Then we have the Marvel Legends Miss Marvel. And this is the Into the Spider-Verse Spider-Gwen from Mafex. And yeah, I mean, all 1/12 scale. You can see she kind of scales better with Marvel Legends. And also, I mean, these two girls, they're 1/12 scale, but they just run small as characters in general. I don't know why I really need to explain that to anybody, but yeah, they just run really small as character models. So they're still 1/12 scale though. And here she is next to some of my favorite figures, and possibly definitely one of my favorite figures of 2025. But obviously we have Mechanic Fiona from Hasuki, and this figure is just awesome. I love this figure so much. You probably heard me boast about her so many times. Then I forget the name of this other character. It's a very hard name to remember, but she might go down as being one of, well, she's definitely going to go down. If I do a top 10 this year, she's definitely going to be in my top 10 this year, because she is absolutely fantastic. I love this figure so much. She is on the larger side, so I think she's like 1/9 or 1/8 scale. So she can still, I do think this Oda figure can fit into a shelf with her, can fit on the shelf with her, but she's just a little bit taller. Just trying to see if these light gimmicks still work. Yeah, they still work. I love this thing, man. I love that it lights up. It is so freaking cool. And you can use other magnets to light it up too. So I love it. I absolutely love it. All right, and for my final thoughts. Yeah, this is an awesome figure. As you can see, I got her on her stand. You can see how the flag is set up. You can see that I got the tongue face and I got the helmet on. And she's like licking the blade, ready to fight. She's holding the sheath in her hand for the katana. And she just looks really cool. Now, I do have my issues with the figure. Obviously, I already explained those, like the issues with the waist piece. I just think they could have done something better with that. I did forget to show you guys that she did come with like the plastic or acrylic stand with the kind of hook piece, so you can use that to hold her up, but you can see she is standing just fine on her own on the stand, so you don't really need to use that piece. But other than that, the paint job is a little weird to me, but I still love it though. I still really like it with the silver dry brushing and stuff on it. I do think it still looks really good. So I did put the other accessories into the base, so her hands are in there, but I couldn't obviously fit the other head because like I said before, it's just too thick. But other than that, I think it just looks really good. I don't have any complaints about this figure other than the complaints that I say. I keep saying that because I do have complaints, because no figure is perfect, you know. But if they hadn't if they hadn't did what they did to the waist, I think this figure would be like definitely in my top 10, but I don't know if this will go in a top 10 for me this year. It just depends on what else comes in, because there's a lot of figures, and I bought a lot of figures this year. But anyway, really like this figure. But anyway, that is it for the review. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and until next time, peace.